Okay, so we have Joesph versus Trckui. Probably get started whenever.
Okay,
Players ready.
and we're underway.
Starting up.
So Trckui, one of our previous champs, down in losers after a loss to Jabba Jop.
Quick opening board. That arrangement of mines was pretty nice. Trckui keeping about a 5-second lead.
Just took a minute there at the end of that board to get it all sorted. It can be tough with mine count. And it is mine count for Trckui, who takes the least mines approach.
Minimum.
Yep. We haven't seen anyone do the flag every mine to clutch it up. It's definitely worth it in expert. In intermediate, maybe not.
Maybe if you see you're far ahead and finishing that board is just a safe win.
Yep.
Maybe. I guess on board 2 or 3, that's not the case.
It also depends on your speed. If you're a consistent sub 20 player, probably just guess. If you're well over 20 seconds in Chord Cup, when you're playing a little slower to be consistent, maybe flag up. And it depends on how many flags you use before that. If you got to place all of them, then not worth it. Well, here we go. Final board. Different boards for the two, but same board state. Trckui got here 7 seconds earlier, but will that be enough? It looks like it. Gets all the no flag. 3 BVs.
Really great board by Joesph, but just not quite enough to pass back up.
Yeah, that was extremely close. Just about 2-3 seconds away. So, Joesph with the counter pick now.
So Joesph has been doing better than projected in the losers bracket. Getting a couple upset wins over Oba and Fancy to get in here. Which is pretty nice.
And very nice. A 3-0 against
That's
Fancy. Still says first to 6.
Six
That would be a little
intermediates
scary.
Why stop at 6? Just to 10, 20?
Had to say something there.
So we probably don't want to spectate all of the matches in the losers top 12 because it might take too long, but we probably want to do at least one more after this. depending on if anyone hasn't played yet out of these rounds.
We can watch. I think one of the only players we haven't seen playing so far is Swanky. After
I
we
think we
see this match conclude.
caught the end of one of Swanky's matches, I believe.
The
No,
very end.
no.
Okay.
Yeah, we might have caught the end of it against Bulbous in round 1, but I'm not sure.
I'm like 80% sure we've seen the gameplay of all the other players.
Yeah, agreed. And I'd love to see my goat Dard Hong try to stay in, get the trip to Madrid.
This expert board is not playing nice. Bottom left. Probably a mine count. Hopefully Joesph takes the time to think that through.
Dardho Wickeds in chat.
And then I think
And Trckui with the first expert win. Trying to make his way to the 2-0 lead. Joesph keeping it close.
yeah, and then Simon versus Bulbous and you versus Oa can probably play off stream, and that should be good. And then we'll be ready for top 8 at like 2 hours past when you start the event, and then have like a 20-minute break or so before we set the top 8, and we're going to have every top 8 match will be streamed individually. So
I agree with to Borobo in chat. We can all send our energy. If we all do it, then it's not silly. It's getting close here. They've had some technical sections in the top middle of both their boards. They have the same board. So slight lead to Trckui.
Sending
But if
section though.
Joesph risks, he
Pretty
could get there.
straightforward. Oh, maybe?
No, that was extremely close. That was 2 clicks away. Not 2 clicks, maybe 5. But 4 clicks. I get corrected. We got some goats in chat. Flag the bottom one. Chord 3. Get the one on the left. Get the one on the top. Good to go. So, Trckui. 2-0 lead. Joesph tournament life on the line.
Are we going to see any no flags? Any beginner? That just might be the path to victory.
Yeah, we know there was a beginner to 20 in Dard's match, but we did not get to see it. So, hopefully, we get to see our first on-stream beginner. We saw some of that in the finals with MD and Boru last time, I believe. Saw a little bit of everything in that Chord Cup. We had in the last 2 Chord Cups, Jeff went pretty deep in the tournament and complete no flag player. So that forced a bunch of players to have to play no flag. And we see the same here. Joesph channeling Jeff. Our first no flag that we've seen on stream. Possibly the first of the tournament.
We'll see if it goes in Joseph's favor.
So in previous Chord Cups, it was no flag expert. Or did we do no flag expert in Chord Cup 6, Karaga? Or was that int?
I've never done no flag expert. I've only done no flag int as an option so far. So.
Oh, I think we did in Chord Cup 5, and then there was a decision against it because it took forever. I distinctly remember some tough matches.
Round 3. Here we go. But we can flag, so
I don't know their experience with no flag, so I mean we'll get a good idea pretty quickly here.
I'm going to say based off the gameplay, maybe not quite as much as with flags. A little
About
bit more careful, thinking about each click.
about 25 from Trckui, 27 from Joesph, but Joesph took a moment there as the board ended to reset, so that leads to a 4-second deficit. But in no flag, I'm going to guess we will see a blast. A tough mine count looking scenario on that board. We'll see how it shakes out. No, it shouldn't be mine count. But it is
Joesph can't
difficult
find
to
it.
take a look at.
Oh. I'm not sure if the gamble is quite working out in his favor. Trckui just about half a board ahead.
No, but you gotta switch it up sometimes when you feel like what you were already doing wasn't
Yeah.
working. So both players doing pretty well. Joesph with a 30-second win on no flag. Trckui pacing on roughly the same, but on a different board. On the board that Joesph is starting now.
Surprisingly, I don't think we've seen single blast from either player.
I wasn't going to say anything. I
Well,
fear
there's
a curse. We'll see if you killed it. Maybe it fears us. Trckui not taking any time to look for the logic, just guesses in the top left. If Joesph doesn't do the same, that could cost him a lot of time. It was pretty early in the board, so it's probably worth guessing. But this is a moment of screen cheat. If Joesph screen cheats right now, it could save time, but I mean, he's already gone to the right side of the board, so it really doesn't make a difference. He'll get the logic, and Trckui will get the game 5. Last, giving us a little
blast.
hope of seeing game 4.
Well, Truckui's board doesn't seem to be anything too tricky at the end. So pending any mistakes.
And that'll be it. Trckui 3-0 heads on to winner's top 4. Guaranteed themselves a top 8 in the tournament.